One big fish, one big fish, one big fish. All I wanna do is catch that one big fish. Might be a largemouth, smallmouth, maybe even a brown trout. If you ever catch one, you know what I'm talking about. All you wanna do is catch that one big fish. Might be a walleye, sawguy, maybe even a red eye. If you ever catch one, then you'll know why. All you wanna do is catch that one big fish. One big fish, one big fish, one big fish. All I wanna do is catch that one big fish. Might be a catfish, fatfish, or any other kind of fish. If I only had one last wish, all I wanna do is catch that one big fish. Yes, all I wanna do is catch that one big fish. All I wanna do is catch that one big fish.
This time on One Big Fish, we're going to the great state of Ohio, to the great lake of Lake Erie, to fish with the Cranberry Creek Pro Team, Gary Bo Bowman and Jason Koff. Now these guys got more moves than X-Lax when it comes to tournament fishing. They're going to be showing us some excellent techniques when it comes to crawler harness fishing. So without further ado, let's get out here and ask Jason and Gary exactly how we're going to be targeting these walleye here today.
One big fish, one big fish, one big fish.
This morning here we started off Avon Lake. We're running a worm harness program. We have 1 ounce and 2 ounce inline weights, and we've got them staggered, as you can see, out 4 boards deep, and we got one on right now. If you want to get that for us, please. And basically we're running about 20 to 40 back on our leads, which gets us down about anywhere from 12 to 15 feet, depending on how fast you're going. And we have 8 rods that we're going to be running, and hopefully we're going to be able to keep them all in the water today. So we're going to try to come across some contour lines and hit some decent structure, and come across some good fish and get them in the boat. Hopefully we'll be able to produce a couple of big ones for you.
This one was holding it under.
That's what you want to see right there.
Holding that big board under. I felt a head shake.
Got him, Dan?
I got him, man. I got him. He's getting close.
Check the drag.
Yep, good and loose, good and loose. We're shaking that head, man. I know he's over 2 pounds, Bo.
All right.
Oh, head shake, head shake, head shake. There he goes.
Okay, I see the weight.
There's the weight. Oh, he's a big kahuna. Look at the size of this thing. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
There you go.
Unbelievable. Look at the size of that thing. Wow.
That's what you want.
Holy cow. Look at the gut on this thing. I thought I heard that music. Dun, 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 dun. Unbelievable. Are you kidding me?
Boy, inside
Beautiful
board
fish.
here, we got 2 fish going.
Beautiful fish.
Oh, and then one taking off over there.
Look at that, we got
Wow. Look at the size.
came on a hatchet blade.
Wow.
One of the new things that we're going to be using here today is an offshore tackle. It's called a tadpole. It's an inline weight, and it actually runs this way in the water column. When the fish hits, it pulls it back and it slides down and makes it very simple to come up. So we're going to give this a try and see what we can do with it.
All right, we'll get the board up to you, Bo. Keep some tension on this guy.
Oh yeah, this is a nice fish, Don.
It feels heavy.
Nice
Feels heavy.
fish. Jay in there with the net.
Oh, look at that big walleye. Look at that big.
Oh,
looks like an alligator. Looks like an alligator or something. Unbelievable. Come to daddy. Come to daddy. Come on. Oh, man, don't be jerking that head. Are you crazy? Woo!
Yes, sir.
Another monster. Unbelievable. Now, if you got small kids at home, go ahead and cover their eyes. This is another of them scary fish. Unbelievable. You got us out here on one of these dream trips, man. Unbelievable. Look at that.
Nice.
Look at that fish.
That's a nice fish.
See now, see the size of my body and see the size of this fish? Almost big as me. Look at that. Unbelievable. You are the man. I'm gonna tell you what. You know, being out here with pros, it makes all the difference. But you know, a lot of these tips that you're hearing here today from Jason and Bo can put big fish in the boat for you. So I know you're taking notes, right? Now, Jason, why don't you tell us exactly what kind of rig we're gonna be using in terms of these crawler harnesses?
This is a typical worm harness, and basically how I hook my worms is I hook them right through the end of the nose, and usually I'll end up burying the hook right behind the fat part of the worm. And what's most important is that when you put them into the water, you have to look at it and make sure that it's running properly. And if the worm is tangled up on the hook at all, you're not going to have a good solid presentation. If you let any slack at all go in your line, you're risking the lively worm wrapping back up like a boa constrictor onto your harness. So it's important to keep pressure at all times while you're letting your harness out. For example, I'm going to let this lead out 20 feet. And I think we'll let it out 30 for good measure. Put the board on. When I do, place it in the water. I set the drag so it's just loose with the clicker on. And this way you can just set it right into the rod holder. And while the bait is going out to where you want it to be set, it is actually making a presentation. It's increasing your run time so that you can put and produce more fish into the boat as you're fishing.
Oh, it's a nice fish, Don.
We took you all the way on this side of the boat.
Yes, he did.
There's a sinker. Wow, look at that
Nice
fish,
job,
man.
Jay.
We got him.
Look at that guy, Don.
Man, holy cow. Look at the shoulders on that fish. I think that one's full grown, Bo. What do you think?
I think
Full
so.
grown, man.
Look at the
Wow.
blade, Jay. Look at the blade.
Boy, and it came right off. Came right off.
Came
in
right
there.
out again. It's about the third,
Isn't that
fourth,
pretty?
Another
fourth
thick
fish today where it comes right out.
How did this
Beautiful.
one hit, Bo? Did it crash the board?
Oh, it crashed the board. Absolutely.
Man, wow. Aggressive fish. And you know, it's not like this is spring.
Oh, no.
And it's not fall. But you know, you get the right kind of guides. And you know, of course, I'm surrounded by pros today. In the right kind of water, right kind of conditions, and these guys are able to just target
Beautiful
behemoths
fish.
like this. Way to go, guys. Unbelievable.
Isn't that
What a
beautiful?
show. What a show.
You are watching One Big Fish.
These are a few different styles of worm harnesses that I use. Here's a triple single hook rig. I usually have a removable clevis so that I can easily take blades on and off at will as you want to change the colors. Here's a double willow rig that I'll run, and I can utilize this with lots of different applications. I also have 6-foot leads that I'll run for my inline weights, and an example of that would be this with a treble hook and a single hook. I always run a nice ball bearing swivel at the end of every leader so that you don't have line twist. It's important. If you don't have that swivel on there, you'll end up with a twisted line real quick. I attach these to an inline weight and to an inline board, and that's primarily my technique in fishing, and for the most part most tournament fishing that run worm harnesses. When it comes to blades, I use a variety of different styles. For example, here I have willow blades. This is a Colorado, an Indiana. It's another big Colorado. This is, I would call it an improved willow. It's a serrated blade. This is a hatchet blade. It's another Colorado blade. These are willows. Typically, the willow blades you'll use while you're running faster, and speeds up to 1.5 to 2.5, you would run a willow blade, whereas a Colorado blade, you would run it at slow speeds, anywhere from 0.8 to 1.5 to 1.8 is a typical Colorado speed. The bigger Indiana blades, I like them because they give you a bigger presentation and give you a bigger bait in the water. And a lot of times when we're out there and we're searching for that big fish, sometimes it takes a big blade and a big bait and a big worm to catch that fish that you're after.
Now let's go to Frank's Great Outdoors to see what gear is recommended in pursuit of me.
Here at Frank's, one of the custom things we offer are these spider rig crawler harnesses. These are one of the deadliest things you can catch a trophy walleye out on the Great Lakes with. You pull those by an inline weight. We have regular inline weights or custom painted inline weights, and hopefully one of those will help you catch that one big fish.
You know, Bo has got an unbelievable Batmobile-style Starcraft boat here. He's got a lot of specialized trolling equipment. Let's go over see Bo and talk about some of these auxiliary trolling systems he'll be using targeting these big old walleye.
You know, Don, one of the biggest things with the electric trolling motors is the fact that we need boat control. And this new engine-mounted trolling motor by Minn Kota is one of the things that help us target these walleyes better and be able to control the speed that we need to do to catch them. This is a Minn Kota Tarova 36-volt electric trolling motor that's 101 pounds of thrust that has autopilot with it, which actually helps us, in conjunction with the engine-mounted trolling motor in the back, hold our tracks so that hopefully we can run our baits through the fish and catch them. And the controls are right here at the helm, where I can go forward or reverse, and then I can steer everything with the steering wheel. The combination of the Humminbird depth finder, fish finder GPS, and the Minn Kota electric trolling motors allow us to pinpoint the fish exactly where they are. I have an 1197 on the console and a 798 in the back, that with the interlink system I can poke a number in when we catch a fish and it's going to show up for me on both units and allow me to stay on these fish and hopefully do something to do well in a tournament or actually go out and have some fun. Very honest with you, I've tried a lot of different electronics over the years, and there's nothing any better than this on the market today. In fact, it's fantastic, especially with the side finding, the bottom finding, the resolution. It's just great.
Now, Bo, in terms of outboards, I've heard all these awesome things about the Evinrude E-Tech, talking about, you know, you don't need to change spark plugs for, I don't know, a long time. It doesn't need all this extra maintenance and stuff, and it's supposed to run real quiet. Why don't you tell me a little bit about this new E-Tech?
Okay, and you're 100% right. We don't have any maintenance for 300 hours on this outboard. It's fantastic. There's no break-in period with it. You take it out and you run it like you've had it for 20 years.
Wow.
There's a 5-year top-to-bottom warranty on this motor that's 100%. It meets all the requirements of 4-stroke outboards, but it doesn't carry the weight and it doesn't carry the maintenance, and it's a lot lighter.
Now, something along this line, I mean, you're running this 225, pretty nice, eh? And I know that this definitely will power this boat well. In terms of your entry level, do they make these E-Techs all the way down into some of these smaller sizes for some of the smaller boats that a lot of these anglers have, 40, 50 horse, I don't know.
Absolutely. They start at a 15 and they go all the way up to 300.
A 15 all the way up, man. Wow. Now, in terms of new things for Evinrude, is this probably their pinnacle or their top of the line motor?
It is definitely the pinnacle in the industry today. It's fantastic, and it's actually so reliable, Don, that we can run around out here and run 50 miles without having to worry about getting home.
Now, I'm not sure if Evinrude E-Tech advertises this a lot, especially about that break-in period. Isn't that amazing? Don't even have to have that. Hey, I bought that Brand X motor. You know the one I'm talking about, Brand X. And something like, what, a 300 mile or something, like hours and hours, weeks and weeks of use, and you got this RPM and that RPM. Bo has been around motors his whole life. Bo, has there ever been anything like this E-Tech?
No, Dan. There's never been anything as engineered as this product is right now.
So when you're in that market for that new motor, why wouldn't you go with that no maintenance, no break-in? Enjoy it right now. Don't have to sit there and baby it for 6 months. Enjoy it now, and then it's quiet, good on gas, and you don't have to go and get that big old expensive, heavy 4-stroke outboard. Give Bo a call. I'm gonna tell you what, Cranberry Creek has got everything, not just monster-sized walleye, also an authorized repair and sales dealer for E-Tech.
Oh yeah, a
I just felt a head shake. Yeah, you're way back there compared to me. The double-header kahunas.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I got a sinker. It's a good one. It's a good one.
It's another monster.
Oh, it's a monster. It's a monster, Bo. Yes. Unbelievable.
That's a demon.
Woo! Wow, look at that giant guy.
Look at that.
Holy cow.
Now that's a tournament.
Look at the shoulders on that guy.
That's
Man.
a tournament fish there, Don.
Woo! A double udder, you know, Jason Bull got us knee deep in fantasy land, man. This is another, just an unbelievable quality fish. Blueberry muffin, man. Gosh. Blueberry muffin.
How you doing, Jay?
All right.
The board's right there. Wow, look at the gut on this guy.
And double hook, honey. Both hooks. He wasn't going anywhere.
Well, you know I wasn't going to take any chances, Bo. Wow. Look at the size
Look at
of
that
that
fish.
Wow. Now, Bo, I'm not a pro like you guys, but if that's not 9-ish or so, what is it?
It's definitely in the 8-pound class.
Yeah.
No question about it.
Yeah. Unbelievable. I mean, the girth on that thing. And you know, Bo is not a small guy. For those that don't know Bo, former professional baseball player. I mean, big guy, big Bo. And I'm gonna tell you what, if this fish looks small, anybody, I need to get in. Now look at a regular person's hand. I don't mean Bo's big hand. Look how big that fish is. Just a big, in there scarfing on the mayflies, just awesome. Bo, I'm gonna tell you what, you guys are putting on a clinic, man.
Isn't this something, Don?
Unbelievable, unbelievable. And then, and also putting them back. Great
Yep.
job, man. Great job. Wow. See you, buddy. Woo!
One big fish.
Well, here we go. About 11 pounds and 30 inches of freshness. Big old massive gut on this guy. Obviously, the big kahuna of the outing. And you know, we've had some fish on that might even have been bigger than this here today. And this is what happens when you get a couple of pros like Bo and Jason out here trolling on their home waters, using these great techniques, these crawler harness techniques. That's why Jason, I'm gonna tell you what, these guys got more moves than X-Lax. And I know you're gonna be hearing Jason's name and Bo's name a lot in the future when it comes to tournament time, but you need to give Cranberry Creek Marina a call. You know, over Cranberry, helpful guys. These guys will give you all the tips in the world to help you get out there to catch that one big fish. So for Don Sweet, until next time, we'll see you out on the water looking for that one big fish.
One big fish. One big fish. One big fish. All I wanna do is catch that one big fish. Might be a largemouth, smallmouth, maybe even a brown trout. If you ever catch one, you know what I'm talking about. All you wanna do is catch that one big fish. Might be a walleye, sawguy, maybe even a red eye. If you ever catch one, then you'll know why. All you wanna do is catch that one big fish. One big fish. One big fish. One big fish. All I wanna do is catch that one big fish. Might be a catfish, fatfish, or any other kind of fish. If I only had one last wish, all I wanna do is catch that one big fish. Yes, all I wanna do is catch that one big fish. All I wanna do is catch